When a man is interested in you, you will know with crystal clarity. When a man is interested in you, he's going to come for you. He's going to want to see you in person. He's going to want to play with your hair, smell your perfume, hear your voice in person. Healthy masculine men are not going to leave you hanging dry, walking on eggshells, wondering if they're interested in you or not. Now, for those of my clients who have had unpresent and emotionally unavailable fathers in their childhood, it can often happen that you simply do not know how to recognize the presence of healthy masculine energy. And so, what often happens in dating is that you work too hard for men's attention. And often, the guys who are moving towards you or who are doing all the right things never seem to catch your attention because it's too easy. And your signature of selecting men is all about, how hard you work for a man. So in order to heal this, I invite all my clients to recognize empowered masculine energy really quickly. Now, whether you are just seeing a guy on a first date, or you are chatting with him on a first online dating app conversation, my belief is that healthy men show up in a very predictable, standard kind of way. Basically, they don't play games. They don't ask you to send them your nude pictures at midnight so that they can release their sexual tension. Oh my God, hell no, they don't do that. They also don't just stay as your texting pal on the apps. It means they're not going to just keep messaging you, good morning, good night, how are you? Today they're asking you, where do you come from? Tomorrow they're asking you, what do you do for work? And you're like, oh my God, this is so much effort. I have to be on these apps all the time just to get a date. Well, you're not dating the right guys because emotionally available, healthy masculine men simply don't behave this way. So let's talk about how these men behave because it's going to save you so much time, energy, heartbreak in dating when you're able to recognize how a healthy, empowered masculine man shows up in dating. So let's talk about the dating apps. These men are not going to get sexual too fast, okay? They know that sex is really easy to find. Women just have to breathe to get sex, and men have to just stand there long enough for a woman to walk up to them for things to progress to sex. So any man who is looking for something real understands that sex is not the goal because sex is a really easy, low-level goal. He is looking to get to know you. He's looking to win your heart. He is looking to get to know a woman that he can date and hopefully make his girlfriend and then his wife. So these men are not going to show up on apps and start doing sexual chatter with you. They're also not going to leave you hanging, as I already said, on dating apps, sending one message today, one message tomorrow. They're also not going to be weird in the way they, interact with your profile. Sometimes my clients tell me in Elevate, Sami, this man, commented on how in my pictures I seem to have lost weight, which is a very weird comment for somebody to make if they're trying to impress you. They will also not want to, press you for more information. Sometimes again, my clients in Elevate will tell me that, this man is pressing for information so fast. Like he wants to know what I do, where I live. Can you come and pick me up? And can we meet for the first date tonight? And it's so intense. And trust me, a healthy masculine man would never want to make a woman feel pressured or, feel pushed around. And so if you have the confidence to draw your boundaries, most healthy, empowered masculine men will say yes to whatever your need or whatever your wish is in that moment. So the thing is that it's important if you want to save time in dating that you are able to recognize the time wasters from the really good men. And the really good men, as I said, are predictable and they show up in very standard ways. So what are these standard ways? As I said, you will know he likes you. In other words, he will come for you. He will text you. He will not complain about reaching out. He will not complain about setting up a date. He's going to ask you out for a date. And he's going to be genuinely interested in getting to know you as a person. And he's not just going to want to jump into bed with you, even though, of course, he's human and he's only going to date you if he finds you attractive. Sometimes I think women hold it too much against men when men ask for another picture, or, when men give them too many compliments on their looks. My clients are wondering, does that mean he's only into sex? And no, that doesn't mean he's only into sex. But what it does mean is that he finds you attractive, which would be absolutely necessary if he was going to date you. Now, healthy, empowered, masculine men also have no issues at all being the man in the equation. Okay, so what do I mean by being the man in the equation? It means that they are more than happy to pull out the chairs, open the doors, pay the bill. And I actually think it's a really important quality to assess in a man, that, he's willing to do that much effort for you, because otherwise you're signing up for a relationship with somebody who's not willing to make the effort, who's not willing to, who's in that half-half mentality. And when men are in that half-half mentality, like, this time I opened the door for you, next time you open the door for me, or this time I paid for your salad and next time it's on you to pay for the salad. I think that is such a toxic mentality, and so many women from today, epic, amazing, incredible women who are doing so well in their careers, you have trained yourself to feel obligated to, like, play the 50-50 partner, versus really letting polarity rule the show and drive the courtship phase. And I think a lot of the confusion in dating simply comes from us women not understanding that a healthy, empowered, masculine man is actually not burdened by our request. When we say it feels more romantic when the guy takes the lead in dating, are you okay with that? This is one of the scripts I teach my clients in Elevate. Or, is it okay for you if you pick me up? That would make my life so easy. He's going to be like, of course, yes. I think we have gone after being high achievers and, being financially independent. I think a lot of us have forgotten that, old fashioned values in dating are still very much valid if we are looking to attract a relationship which is romantic, where the guy is making the effort. I mean, if you don't care about receiving flowers, and if you don't care about a man planning a magical dates for you, then you don't need to be following the principles of polarity or be in your feminine energy. But if you are a woman who desires that, if you are a woman who is actually really excited to receive a man's masculine energy, the doing, giving, leading energy, then you have to completely relax around evaluating men, because healthy men are not afraid to answer your questions. They're not afraid to say, if you ask them, what is it that you do, they're not going to get offended. They understand that, attractive women have a lot of choices, and these women have limited time and energy. And so these women are going to ask potential candidates, what is it that you do? I mean, you don't ask, what is it that you make? That I feel is a bit like krass, as we would say in German. But I think it's totally fair to ask somebody what they do. And usually what they do gives you an idea of, what their income bracket is going to be. And healthy men are not afraid of that evaluation. Healthy men are also not afraid of you asking, what is it that you're looking for? Another thing that I really teach my Elevate clients to ask very quickly on the first date itself, or in the dating apps already, what is it that you're looking for? And a lot of the guys will mostly be honest. Of course, you can always have dishonest people who say one thing and do one thing, but let's just assume good intentions. Most people are going to be honest and straightforward, and what they're saying is what they're looking for most of the times, because trust me, there's no dearth of easy sex today in today's fast world on Tinder and Bumble. And a guy who's just in it for sex is not going to waste his time with a woman who's looking for something long term, unless she's stunningly beautiful. And let's just say most women I work with are gorgeous, good looking women, but they're like me, we are not supermodels. And yet, we can attract the right partner, we can attract the right empowered masculine man when we know how to play the game in a well-paced, high-value way. And so, long story short, if you are looking to attract a high value, empowered masculine man, you have to stop wasting your time on the wrong guys, on all the time wasters, on the ones who just will never commit, are not looking for anything serious. You may even have a hard time getting dates with these men, and instead focus on identifying how a man behaves when he is serious about you and serious about meeting you and serious about seeing you. So, on that note, I would love to invite you to my incredible free training called 5 Signs He's a Keeper. Never miss these red flags again. Now, inside this 2-hour training, I know it sounds like a lot of time, but trust me, it is a riveting training that you will not be able to leave and get your eyes off because it has so much incredible value. And inside it, I'm going to be identifying for you the 5 red flags that women easily overlook in early dating, especially when a guy is doing all the right things and he's attractive and he's good looking and he's successful. But these red flags you cannot ignore. If you ignore them, you will end up in a series of relationships that are not right. So if that's going on for you, you absolutely want to download this free training. The link is in the video description below. What I'm also going to teach you in this training is the 5 signs he's a keeper. I truly believe that healthy masculine men show you who they are very, very quickly in early dating. From the first date to the first conversation on the app, they're showing you who they are, what their intentions are. And if you can develop that art of discernment and recognize those signs, you're only going to be spending time with the right guys, which massively increases your output in dating and results in dating and really gives you that best shot at attracting the right partner for you. And last but not the least, inside this training, I am going to be revealing my 6-step love success framework, which has helped over 900 plus of my clients attract empowered, healthy, masculine men in record time. So this training could be charged for at least 600 euros, but you can have it for free today. Just click the link in the video description and join it. And here's to dating empowered masculine men, men with clarity, men with intention, men who know how to take action. They are out there, and your job is to lean back, relax, recognize the right guys from the wrong ones, and only give your precious time and energy to the man who is a keeper. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this was helpful. Leave me a comment. I love you, and see you soon again.